Trevor, some big-time third-down conversions today with your legs, but also finding Brenton early, Diami. Why were you guys able to have such success on third down today, in your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously something that I know we've needed to improve on. Talking about last year, we weren't great on third down. So I think, emphasizing that in the offseason, but also just I felt like we were really prepared. Our plan was good going in. We had some good stuff against Carolina's defense, and guys were in the right spot at the right time, and I was able to get it to them. Obviously, still left some out there, but it felt good to hit those third downs and be able to keep the drives going.
What did it feel like being back on the field for you? It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, it felt great. It's fun being back out there. Yeah, I guess that's all I got. But it was great. It was fun. Fun to get a win, man. That was awesome.
How do you feel you operated the offense and the offense operated in general?
I think there's a lot to clean up. We'll go back and look at it. I think operationally wasn't terrible, but some of the penalties, obviously we have to clean up. I thought a couple of times we're getting to the line a little slow and getting a little bit behind the play clock, and we got to just improve that. And that starts with me just getting the call in quick and getting the guys up the line of scrimmage and going and playing and having that sense of urgency. So I think there's a couple of those, and then just too many penalties in general. But hey, found a way to get a win. Found the end zone a couple times, and we're able to score points. And our defense played great and ran the ball great. Did a lot of good things today, and we won, most importantly. So we'll go back and correct it. We got to keep getting better, but there's definitely some stuff that we can learn from.
Mark and Ryan.
Hey Trevor, congrats on the win. This is like we've said before, this is your third different offense that you've had to work with, and each offense takes a while to get used to. So how long has it been, is it still a work in progress, or are you feeling much comfortable now with what Coach Cohen is calling?
I feel very comfortable. Every week is new though, like the way you game plan during the season is just so much different. So it is like learning, I wouldn't say like learning something new, but you're putting together a whole new plan for each opponent. So it's a lot of work that goes in during the week of not only film study of your opponent, but also studying your game plan and what we're doing, why we're running this run against this look, and why we're trying to get this concept versus this coverage. There's a lot of things that go into it. So it's just a lot of study each week to get ready so you feel great and can play fast on Sunday. And I thought, myself and the guys did an awesome job this week of preparing, and we were ready to go, and we were ready for what Carolina was going to do, and I thought we played fast.
Two for you on the scrambles. How important was it to get those first two out of the way, knowing that's how last season ended?
Yeah, not really something I thought about, to be honest, but I think just using your legs as a weapon in this league, and you see the way the league is, especially now, it's what you have to do. Defenses are good, they're covering people up. It's going to happen sometimes, and they don't have that extra defender for the quarterback. So just finding a way to use my legs and be able to keep the drives alive.
And you guys have been working toward week one since March. Is it a relief to get through it and just move on and get into the season now?
Yeah, it feels really good to get a win. To start your season that way, 1-0, and obviously we're going to enjoy it tonight. And it's hard to win in this league, so you can't take anything for granted. But we got to move on quickly and get ready for a good team Cincinnati next week. So yeah, it feels great though, especially with all the new going on and the amount of work we put in this offseason, and to be rewarded for this first week and getting that win feels good. But it's just this week, and we got to move on to next week.
Does it feel any different as a new regime? I mean, you didn't win your opener in the first regime, you didn't win your opener in the second regime. Does this one feel maybe different or headed in a different direction?
I think, there's a lot of, yes, feels great the direction we're heading. Like I said, you can't take it for what it is. We won in week one. We're 1-0 to start the season, and we're all pumped about that. A lot of work went into it, and we're not. No one takes for granted, how hard it is to win in this league. So we're all really proud of that. But it's one game, so we got to keep doing it. That's what consistency is. What will be the difference, and we have to continue to prepare and play well.
Over 200 yards on the ground, how pleasing was that, and why was the ground game able to be so effective today?
Yeah, the guys, it starts with the guys up front, obviously. Guys up front and the wideouts too in the run game have really bought into blocking downfield. You see Diami on Travis's long run, covering up the guy 50 yards down the field, got Travis an extra, 30 yards. That stuff matters. And I think just for those guys to buy in and do that on the perimeter, and then to see it pay off in a game where it's like, hey, you got 30 more yards because you ran down the field and covered up your guy. It's cool to see the buy-in from the whole team. Obviously the guys up front, most selfless guys we got, and they just are grinding it out. We ran it a lot, and they wanted to keep doing it, and they did a great job moving people, and we were ready. We had a good plan.
When a defense has a day like today, 3 turnovers, 2 turnover rundowns, what does that do for the offense?
It's awesome. I mean, we had some drives where we didn't do a great job, or we got behind the chains and had a couple 3-and-outs, or missed a throw, drop a ball, whatever it may be. There's a couple mishaps on offense, and then when your defense is able to go get a stop and kind of erase that, it's huge. I mean, as an offense, when you feel like, all right, we got a 3-and-out, and then they go score immediately. Obviously, this is football, that's going to happen sometimes, but it's a good feeling when you know the defense goes out there and gets another 3-and-out and you get the ball right back. That's huge for a team.
And then with how much routine is the quarterback position, you're in a rhythm in the game. What was that weather delay kind of like? Like, what were you really doing during it?
Yeah, it was weird. Obviously, having that delay when we already started, and it was middle of the second quarter, so you're about to come back in for halftime too. But just keeping everyone focused. We had some good conversations inside in the locker room of, what they were doing. If anything was different that they were doing that we didn't plan for, kind of what calls we're looking to get to next, all that stuff. And then from there on, you just kind of relax and trying to cool off and hydrate, get the body back. It's hot out there today.
How'd Travis Hunter do today?
He was great. Had some big catches, obviously. I think he's a weapon for us, and he's going to continue to get better and better. He's a matchup in space, great with the ball in his hands. Could have had more out there. I felt like I could have given him. Yeah, I have to watch the tape. There was a few times where I'm sure there's some stuff to clean up, and in the game, it's never as perfect as practice because there's live bullets flying and you're moving and getting moved off the spot, and there's always some stuff to correct. But yeah, it's something that's been a big focus, obviously, that you guys have known about. You've asked me a lot since the spring, and I put a lot of time into working on it, and I think it's really helped me. And I got to continue to just get better at it and refine it. But it's been a change that's been good. I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything major, but when you're messing with your footwork as a quarterback and you've gotten thousands of reps a certain way, it takes a lot of time to really master the new way, and I feel like I'm on my way there and got to continue to work.
Did it feel any different without the play sheet?
Yeah, I got a lighter left forearm, so no sweaty wristband on there.
We're gonna finish up with Rich.
You win the toss and you take the ball. So, how cool was that to, instead of defer, come out and be on offense? And then I'm sure you wanted 7, settled for 3, but 13 plays and taking 6.5 minutes off the clock. After the struggles on the first drive a year ago to put up points on your initial drive today.
Felt great. Just being aggressive, I think, that speaks a lot to Liam's mindset and what he wants to do, and what he feels about our offense and the way we can attack and go get points, and not afraid to do that. So I think as an offense, feeling that trust that he has in us and the aggressiveness, it's great. It was awesome. Be able to get points. Obviously, like you said, you want to get 7 there, and we got behind the chains a couple times. But besides that, able to put together a long drive, keep their offense off the field, settle into the game, kind of get in the flow. It was good.
All right, thanks, Trev.